Hi guys, and welcome back to the BFTV Podcast, episode 8. And the sound spikes are still ridiculously high, so sorry if that's like ridiculously loud.
Sorry if it sounds like James is just shouting in your ears.
I'm excited.
Hello!
We did a goal! No, episode 8. We're almost at the Magic 10.
Flying?
Surprised we've lasted.
Pros now, mate.
I'm surprised we've lasted, to be
I'm
honest.
amazed we've lasted. Let's be honest, we've only lasted because Emily's here. She brings in the perv viewers.
I like to think I bring some sort of intellectual female
really, no.
side to things, mostly talking about who I fancy on the team this week, but I try my best.
Yeah.
We know how to pronounce Max Collins' name properly now. Because
Maxim Collins.
I was about to say he's the latest addition to the I fancy the players. Slid into them DMs, didn't he?
I don't fancy Maxim Collins, I just like him.
I do, to be
I
fair.
think he's very nice. Maxim Collins, if we just get this out of the way very quickly.
Max definitely sitting down to watch this tomorrow night.
Yeah. Basically, we put a tweet out on our BFTV account the other day asking about the podcast and everything, and Mark said, am I going to get a mention for my birthday? And things went on, and basically Mark said that he wanted a shirt from Max, and I just tagged Max in it and went, Maxime, help me out here, will ya? And didn't expect anything of it. The day went by. I sat down of an evening. My phone's going bing, 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 bing. What? Maxime Collin. I was like, what? So Maxime Collin replied to me, and then he's now arranged with me to get a signed shirt for Mark for his birthday. So merci, Maxime.
Thanks, Max. Love you, Max.
I've got nothing so far.
Oh,
nothing.
Oh,
nothing. I'm hurt. I'm heartbroken.
It's not your birthday. Maybe on your birthday. If you ask nicely.
It's pre-season. They don't care.
You've got stuff from
David Davis,
Stephen Carr, David Davis, and Barry Ferguson.
Yeah, you got 50 quid off Barry Ferguson, didn't you?
So you can't
40
complain.
quid.
No, and Stephen Carr's wallet was lost.
It's still from Stephen Carr.
Technically, that wasn't given. That may or may... No, it wasn't stolen, but it may or may not
Finders
have been.
keepers.
Either way, the important point is happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy
Oh,
birthday,
you
Mark.
shouldn't have mentioned it.
Oh, it's not like we've mentioned it
Shucks.
the first 3 or 4 minutes.
It's not like I've mentioned it non-stop on Twitter.
I will make you a cake, but currently my kitchen is not in use.
No, I got a very nice cake off the wife.
It did look very cool. I'm very impressed. Do you think she can make a BFTV one when we get to, say, 5,000 subscribers?
I guarantee
Nice.
she'll make one.
I love that.
That'd be really nice. I like cake.
The quicker we get to 5k subs, the quicker I can have my cake. Come on then, let's bring it on.
Alright.
I'm on a diet, alright.
Alright, Christ almighty. So it's been a good week.
Oh, it ain't been bad, is it? It ain't been bad.
It ain't been
It's been a
bad.
buster.
We've done alright, haven't we? I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty sure I was the only one who said 4 points from the next 2 games.
Someone's been watching the old episodes.
No, just remember
Just to
it.
throw that in there.
Yeah,
You know what? We were being pessimistic because we didn't want to expect.
We were
didn't
being
want to set-
realistic.
Yeah, we didn't want to set our expectations too high.
Nah, I knew. I had fun.
You knew, did you? Vote. What did you say the Derby game? Win or draw?
To be fair, I think I did them the other way around though. I think I said we'd beat
Well,
Derby and we'd draw at
You're as
Rotherham.
clueless as us then.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You can't claim that one.
Yeah. I think we'll start with the Derby game.
Go on.
And really, 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 really impressed with our set pieces.
That corner. The corner for the goal. Pawn on the pitch.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Hang on, we've got to do the jingle. Bam, ticka, wow, wow.
Pawn on the pitch.
Love it. That corner from Jota. Hotter.
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 Or yachts.
Yachts.
As Arlie calls him. Yachts.
The minute he kicked that, I was halfway out my seat, ready to jump all over my father-in-law. Because it was so obvious. There was the most... We are crap at set pieces,
We have
historically.
been most of the season.
Craig Garner is the meme of set pieces.
He is indeed.
His brother's a little bit better, but free kicks obviously don't run in the family. But
he hit the post this
Well,
weekend.
he's hit the
but
post
we'll
twice now,
come
hasn't
to that.
anyway, that corner from Jota, Hotter, was pristine. It found its mark straight away, and I was halfway. I'm never that confident we're going to score.
It was on the penalty spot, wasn't it? It's exactly where
Yeah,
you want
the
it.
minute he hit that, I thought that is
Bang.
banging.
There are only a few times a season where you have that
Jinx.
gut instinct.
Where you just know,
yeah,
this is
you
happening.
just see it and you're like,
I think what
that's
baffled me more
that's
is it was like the defence, like the whole box parted like the Red Sea, exactly where he wanted it. I
I-
guess we
honestly-
planned it. We've planned it.
Yeah, honestly, it was right in front of me. so I had a perfect view of it.
Pretty much was facing it. Don't mean to break it.
Porn on the pitch.
No, it was class. Good that Juki finally got on the score sheet. I think it was 3 and 4 games for him at the time.
Yeah,
that's pretty good going for him, considering the dry spell.
Yeah, it is. It just shows that we don't need to put all our hopes and dreams in Shay's hands, because we tend to forget that, Jude scored quite a few at the start of the season.
We have another striker.
Yeah, and he's now scoring a few at the end of the season.
We also have a defender who's getting on the score sheet.
Yeah, we do.
As well, aren't we?
Yeah. Mr. Morrow.
Yeah.
Mr. Morrow, he's doing alright, Morrow.
Doing better than alright. He's having the season of his life.
The thing is, though, defensively...
Well, I'm not talking defensively.
Defensively,
we're just talking about scoring
we're
goals.
still a shambles, so...
I don't know, shambles is harsh.
Mate, I think we are at times.
Yeah, I think Pedersen is.
Yeah, but we'll come on to that. But
we'll come on to the slagging off of Pedersen later.
Obviously, we go 1-up. Great start. 2 minutes in. 7 minutes in, we concede. Just a ridiculously long, hopeful punt over the top. Wagon's onto it. I was shouting at camp at the time. I was like, "Why the hell didn't you come out?"
Did he answer you?
Wow.
Did he put his hand up and go, "Sorry, James, I appreciate that."
He gave me the 2 fingers.
I missed it, James.
up from the tilt, all the way down. To the top.
James. Cough. Like that.
Why would that not surprise me though? Lee Camp is doing something like that, singling someone out in the crowd.
He wouldn't even need to
shut it.
The thing is, he wouldn't even need to shout. He'd look at it, obviously you're watching the game, and you'd look and you'd turn to Camp, and Camp's like eyeballing you, and he'd go.
He
wouldn't need to say a thing, but it was a pretty good goal in the end. Like the finish was good from Derby, but why were we so high up? Harley Dean said he was trying to play a hopeful offside. Stupid decision.
Never play a hopeful offside. Just play
Harley.
You're not quick enough to get back, mate.
Yeah.
No.
Dick.
Again, powers of recovery. Another set piece from. Yeah. Was it Connor? No, it was Mags, wasn't it? Mags put it in.
Yeah.
For the second one, Mags put it across. Bit of a scrap. I think again it was worked though, because we put it to the edge of the box where Gary Gardner was. Kind of unmarked.
I actually wrote on my notes, that's 2 from set pieces. When's the last time we did that?
Oh God, yeah.
I'm guessing you won't know the answer. I don't know the answer.
It was probably, to be fair, I would probably go under Rowett. We were okay.
I haven't even bothered to research it. That's how much effort I put into this podcast. But it was a question I had at the time.
Puts a lot of effort in, but
no, I made notes.
I think again, and Morrow scrambled it home, and I think it's 7 for the season.
Actually, no. According to the tunnel, Gardner hit it home.
Yeah.
Gary Gardner scored.
That was very confusing.
As in front of me, I saw Morrison's face, and even he was a bit like, "What?"
Bit strange, mate. Nowhere near it. God's nowhere near it. But I think that I don't know. I don't want to. Morrow's job at the end of the day, while he's scoring 7 goals this season, is to defend.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Mr. Negative today, but he does need to, at times,
defend as well.
Defend. I don't want to take the shine off. When was the last time we had a defender that scored 7 goals? Apart from Cadiz, who used to just score penalties all the time.
And headers.
I've got to say, though, I don't think it's completely Morrison's fault.
No, it's Pedersen's.
No, it's the back 4 themselves.
That's what I was trying to get at, if I'm honest.
No, yeah, but the back 4 themselves take a collective one.
Are you including Max in that back 4?
Yeah, of course I am.
Can we say back 3 and occasionally Max?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, do you know what? I'll probably actually agree with that.
Over the Easter break, people go to church and midnight mass. I just sat in a room and prayed to a picture of Max Collin.
He'll be the shirt soon as well.
You're going to have a proper shrine.
I will. When you meet him, get a lock of his hair as well.
I tell you what,
that's a bit weird.
The guy's going to leave in the summer. He's going to say, "Why'd you leave?" This weird mark that
keeps hanging around the training ground. Max!
You know that security guy that walks every game with the managers? Yeah, he's watching you, he is now.
Oh, the bold one?
Yeah.
What started off as just a joke, or imagine if I was obsessed with Max, is now becoming a bit like, oh shit, is he actually really one day going to pull a gun?
I reckon he's actually got your face. He's like, right.
Did you say
Case? Is it K? Is it K? Who's the security?
K2.
K2.
I don't know.
You were thinking K9.
K9. I was. They're definitely watching you now, Mark. You're in trouble.
That tweet where Emily asked if I could have the shirt. Someone put in the comments, remember Max, he asked for your underpants the other week. No, don't actually scare him off. Don't tell him that. He might have not seen that. He might think I'm normal at this point. Once I've got the shirt,
Then
the crazy can come out.
That's what really
But for
worried
now-
me when I met Lukas Jukovic, because
It might
obviously
be
I
actually
just when
crazy.
I was just like I put stuff like I love you on Twitter and stuff, and if he's actually read it and then he's met me a few times now, I'm like,
Hide the crazy.
this
Hide
is
the crazy.
so
Hide the crazy.
embarrassing because I would never be like this in public. It's just because I've got a big mouth on Twitter, alright? I'm not actually a psychopath.
So
Much.
I think the moral of the story is ultimately, if you want to meet a footballer, just have a weird obsession with them.
Stalking works.
Stalk, otherwise known as
Or
stalking.
in that fan's case, run on the pitch, get put in the back of a police van. and-
Hey.
Hey, he's
Shannon's
really
might come and meet
nice.
you.
He met us before the whole game, actually.
Yeah,
Jace,
yeah.
he's a really lovely guy. He was talking to us for ages, saying how much he loved the channel.
Yeah.
So Jace is my mate, and
I'm
I
actually,
actually love him.
I'm surprised that other clubs haven't jumped all over it.
Apart from them lot.
Them might have a bit, but what if you had a knife? I'm amazed that it's been allowed to just fly under the radar, and I'm glad it has because.
What if he had a grenade?
Yeah,
Well, he didn't do anything wrong, did he? He's just gone to see his mate who's been nicked.
What if he had a tank?
Yeah.
Jace is harmless. And do you know what I really respected? When the Sun came to him, I think it was the Sun or the Mirror or something, came and asked him if he could use the video.
And he just
and he
goes,
went,
no.
yeah, he went, no thanks, because you're going to turn it on Shay.
Yeah.
And I really
Yeah,
respected
fair
that. I
play.
was thinking, you
The
know what?
scariest thing is,
Go for it, mate.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
ultimately, a good result. And 2-2 against Derby. Fat Frank's having a moan. 3 clear penalties, apparently.
What is he on about?
I think-
I honestly don't know what the hell he's on about.
I think they had one shout for a penalty, which had potential substance.
But didn't we?
But so did we. I was going to say, you didn't see
But a handball,
Mark
didn't
bemoan it, and it was a clear handball, and
Clear
Ashley
handball.
Cole admitted it.
We say so.
I think I put something on Twitter like the refs had an awful game for both sides and people were getting on my back. But I put refereeing. But I was more on about the linesman because the linesman was shocking in the Derby game. Gotta say, it's gone from the refs being rubbish to the linesman now being rubbish.
No, but you'd have took a 2-2 before the game. Forgetting the fact that we drew the game in the end, and we should have won it on the balance of play.
I'll tell you what was funny. I thought our fans were pretty quiet,
Fairly.
particularly at the start.
Yeah.
Derby outside us, to be fair to them. And then
They
we
did.
we scored, and then they scored straight away, and they go, "Oh, can you hear the booms or whatever?" You know the songs that "Is This a Library?" and the
Yeah.
same 3 songs everyone sings. We scored again, silence. We started singing back at them. When they scored the second time, they kept fucking quiet. There's nothing better than away fans giving it all and then
Being
conceding.
shut up again.
Yeah, and the entire stadium. Just seen a goal going, they immediately look at the away fans and go, "Hi,
I did.
remember us?"
See, I think it's Anthony Sale, is it? Ant Sale on Twitter, and he was like, considering the numbers they bought, they're like the quietest fans we've had in ages.
I
They
don't know.
always are. I think
Derby,
they
I thought they were quite. Until we scored the second one.
Yeah.
I thought they were alright actually. And I hate them. Derby.
No,
I can't pronounce Wise.
No, I thought they were awful.
They
I
were
sat
okay.
right next to the away fans, but I think Forest are better than them every year.
I've got to say, after having Sheffield United, be those away fans, they were so loud, Sheffield United. After having them and then hearing Derby, there's no comparison.
Forest were loud, but then I was sat right next to them. Like I was in your stand.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, for that's the game. That
My
I got
stand.
tickets. Your stand.
Your
yeah.
stand, you own
The stand that you allow us in. every
The
now and
Emily Drakeley stand.
Yes.
Cop.
then. Thought it was me, I was
Tickets priced at £25 per adult.
I'll go on for free because
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
I'm a man what knows man's.
But that then left sort of the Easter
Oh
Monday
yeah, football.
on a balance.
Yeah.
Left it on a balance. If we'd have lost on Monday, it would have been a disastrous Easter Monday.
I said after, basically our job is as good as done because Rotherham need a small miracle to stay up.
They did, yeah.
And yeah, a Mirror journalist who I quite like, I could get on really well with him, was a bit like, "Don't count your chickens too soon." I'm like, "Mate, let me have this at least. Let me have some." Like, I'm never optimistic. Let me have this moment.
I don't see how he could argue with that though, because even if we'd have lost and Rotherham would have won,
Yeah.
they needed
I
4
think
points from 6 games.
The point he was
still.
making is this is Birmingham City. Remember?
Yeah.
So
Never came out.
I like him. He's a good guy.
We were, though, abysmal in the first half against Rotherham.
It was like the reverse of the
Abysmal.
Ipswich game.
Yeah.
Just the result went our way this time. We were that first half. It's
We were
it's
joking.
actually funny scrolling back through social media, and you can tell which tweets were sent in the first half, which was the second half. We were Barcelona, apparently the best team ever to grace the earth. First half, we were
We were shambolic.
shambolic.
I think not
Shamrock
that
FC,
obviously
is what
we weren't all over the place, but
Pedersen was though.
Pedersen was, yes.
I'm
First
sorry,
half he
I'm
was.
sorry, but
I'm not.
a lot of the faults in the first half came from Pedersen.
A lot of the faults this season, I find personally, have come down the left-hand side, regardless of
My notes.
left back, left centre back sort of partnership.
Pedersen completely flat-footed yet again. Pratt 1-0. That was the note I made at that point.
I just want to say he writes these live as well.
Yeah, he goes forward, and by all means go forward. Max goes forward. Difference is, Max appreciates it at some point you've got to defend as well. And Max is quick to turn and go, we've lost the ball, my job is back there. It's nice to go on a journey forward, but I need to get back. They all seem to understand that. Pedersen's like, and it just slowly turns, and it's too slow. And
I just find it's
long ball over his head, and he's done.
It's his body language. His body language just isn't right. He's just facing forward.
It's flat-footed.
Sideways, so he can get going.
It's flat-footed, unfortunately.
I think he'd be a great left winger.
I completely agree.
I think if we moved him to left wing, like he played there for a little bit in like second halves of the beginning of the season, he was fantastic. Probably one of the best players
Wednesday.
on the pitch.
Yeah.
Don't know why he doesn't play there more often, because sometimes we
We've
could
got
do with having.
Supermax.
Oh yeah, and then again, to be fair, we don't have anyone to back him up in left back, so
No.
I can understand why Pedersen's there. I'd like to see next season him be on the left wing,
I think it's something he can work on though. I think that.
Yeah, but we said this at the start of the season. Oh well,
I'm not giving him time.
Let him catch up. Let him catch up. We're now at the end of the season. How many more excuses can we make?
Emrabti's caught up.
Everyone targets down the left-hand side. Everyone.
Yeah, of course they do.
Because Max doesn't make mistakes because he's infallible.
And they dropped it down. They dropped it over the top from a bit of a hopeful punt. I think it was a good ball in the end.
It's a hopeful punt, but it's no accident that it's always down that side.
It's no accident. No. Of course.
Every team is doing that to us.
And then even when the ball was put across, Morrison flapped at it and didn't clear it.
Did you notice how Harley and Morrow have swapped places?
Yes.
Recently?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which apparently is to do with an injury
to
Dean.
Really?
Apparently, I forget where I read it, but apparently he was having some issues with his side or something, and playing on the left-hand side as opposed to the right allowed him to play an extra couple of games. That was the excuse they made.
No, that's not the real reason, though, is it?
No, it's not the real reason. It's the back of Pedersen.
Yeah.
But the reason they put out there was he was injured.
I thought it was because he was more naturally left. Not
No.
naturally left footed, but he was better on his left because Morrison can't touch it with his left. So
Apparently it was due to a niggle.
okay, whatever they say.
When in reality he was backing Pedersen up,
Okay, yeah, whatever they say. Look, again,
in my opinion.
Harley Dean being used as a scapegoat yet again. He was last season. He is this season.
You
Poor
love that
Harley.
one. You love that one.
I love Harley Dean. I hate to see him being treated like this.
I think every one of the back four,
Poor rich bloke.
they all have their issues. They all have their
You
things
got
to work
to give them all to me and I give mine to you.
on. I'll give him his singing.
Bask
5
in the
minutes.
glory of all the problems. Where's the backing? Do not know that one.
I do, but it's a bit out of my range. I'm an
Range.
alto,
Because I got issues.
and if I sing at your key, it'll be too low, and I'm not very good at harmonising anymore.
So basically you're blaming me.
Yes.
Yeah,
I am the Pedersen of this singing duo.
poor choice of song.
Carry on. Another one might come up and who knows what's going to happen.
So, second half.
Why don't you start a song for once? No, James,
No, I'm
we're
gonna
doing
do
this.
this.
No, we're doing this.
Okay.
How about you start a song next time?
I
It's
will.
always on me.
I will.
Right, yeah, I'll let him start.
And it'll be in Spanish.
Feliz Navidad. I know that one.
Oh God, that was my drink. Don't put fizzy drinks in a lid thing.
No, I'll bear that in mind. Top
In a-
tip.
So, second half.
Oh yeah, football.
Oh my God. Oh my
Oh,
God.
hang on. Can I go? Sorry.
Yeah, you've got a
Just
note. So
through
go
my
on.
notes. Right. Only a draw, but clearly not playing for one. Oh yeah, I thought we attacked the game early. We actually looked like we were trying to do something.
Opening
Yeah.
10 minutes, going forward.
That was literally the first note I made, so that must have been early because it went downhill from there.
Yeah, we had that free kick with Shay, didn't we? The short free
Yeah.
kick that, it was actually quite close. To be fair. It was a good save.
Good midfield link-ups, which I thought was true, but horrific, terrible shots. Horrific final balls.
I thought Duke was linking up well.
I thought
yeah.
Max was doing really well in midfield,
Yeah.
but his final ball was just...
He's crap, but that is Magoma's
God.
problem. Majority of
But
the time.
that was all of them.
I
but
thought
yeah.
Otter was doing okay.
Collins played in every position except for goalkeeper so far, which is true. He's all over the pitch as per usual.
Well, stick him in goal.
Stick him
this
in goal,
weekend.
he'd probably be amazing.
Absolutely not. We need him out there on that pitch.
I thought Gary Gardner had a real off first half.
Yeah, he was awful.
He was
It didn't
woeful.
seem
He
on
was
it.
completely off the pace, unfortunately. He really wasn't.
And considering he's been good all season, so we do.
Oh yeah,
we
I'll
give him
forgive him it.
Yeah, we'll give him it. Yeah,
particularly
so
considering the result. But yeah,
I think he was getting out muscled. I find because they had a
Possibly.
big midfield.
yeah, possibly.
They were quite a big team. To be fair, the guy up front was 6'2". The guy in midfield was like 6'2".
Yeah,
and they had a big team. But
That's like W, isn't it?
what did we say last week? Didn't we? Gary Monk. I think it was last week or the week before. Gary Monk doesn't know how to change a game. Game management.
he bloody did the other day.
Bloody didn't he?
Sticking Jota.
Mate, he's watching you.
Oh yeah, I bet he is.
Just saying it.
Changing the shape changed the game.
Oh yeah.
How
It
well
absolutely
the game.
did.
Jota was a different breed in that second half. To the point where I don't know why he took him off.
Legs. Because I know we're at the end of the season now, but there's no point in risking.
He's barely
injury.
played.
38 appearances, 31 starts.
Yeah,
Who came on for
10 minutes of time.
I
Didn't
haven't
Rabty?
been reading stats this
No.
week.
Didn't Rabty come on for him?
Yeah,
Where's the argument?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
And Rabty came on.
it looks
just-
like Elon Musk and Raptor.
he
and
changed
Rabty
the
was
game.
amazing.
He changed the game. He went to the diamond shape,
Musk Raptor.
which we love. It kind of worked for us this season. It kind
No,
of
that diamond was
bang on.
Bang on.
I think Davis at the base of a diamond works
It's the best place to put him.
because it is.
I'll say that.
No, it is because he just marshals the back forward. That's all he's got to do. His job is to break up play and
Stand
give
there
it.
and kick people.
Yeah, stand there and kick people.
Yeah.
What
Sounds
suits
like a good job to
David
me.
Davis more than to stand there and kick people?
Yeah, there you go.
And I actually thought he did his passing side of it well as well.
He did good passes.
He did good ball.
He did good balls.
He did good ball. And obviously the shape itself, Montgomery and Gardner know how to work it because they played on that left and right side of centre midfield well. But I thought that Davis and Hotter were the two influential players in us winning that.
Hotter,
No questions.
No question.
No questions.
For all the stick I've given him, I cannot fault that second half performance. I thought he was cracking. He was.
I don't think when Hotter plays, he necessarily plays badly. I either think he's heavily marked out the game, or the game itself doesn't suit him. It almost bypasses him. Like, it's not that...
Is that not the same as playing badly?
No, because I don't think... If you can't get into the game, I don't think
So
necessarily it's your fault.
I'm crap at football, but is that because I couldn't get into the game, or because I'm fat and crap at football?
Because you're fat and crap at
Well, there you go.
football.
Then.
But
If you can
regardless-
use that excuse, I'm using it.
No, but I don't think it's necessarily his fault because it doesn't... Like we've said, and I'm not going into it again, but it doesn't... Sometimes he doesn't fit the system. And if you don't fit the system, there's no point in being out there. So it's not his fault that he's standing out there running around like headless chicken. If he doesn't... He's not going to suit the style of play.
That's fair
But-
enough. It's only his job.
And I think that what annoys me is because I've always said he should play out on the right hand side because that's where he played for Brentford. But I don't think he's going to be most influential on the right hand side of a 4-4-2. I think it needs to be the right hand side of a 4-3-3 on the right, where he can really influence the game. So I just think sometimes that the system doesn't suit him. I think that he's going to be more influential in the attacking midfield position in the number 10 than he will be on the right of a 4-4-2. If we played a 4-3-3, stick him on the right.
Mm.
But at the same time, I don't find we're going to play that 4-1-2-1-2 all the time, the diamond. But
You know what though? What it
I
shows is that we can now play two solid formations. Well, first half maybe not, but we have the ability to have the players. To
We've got
play.
2 game plans.
Yes, we now have 2 game plans.
It's in.
Woohoo! So we have something now. But I suppose we now know that Monk can switch the game, which is something that we have been crying out for ages. We've been saying week in, week out, Monk can't make substitutions. Then actually, I was speaking to our dad about it. He said, maybe there's not the players to bring on. And I was thinking, actually, you're either doing like-for-like substitutions, which is what Monk was doing, and unable to change the game. So instead of changing the players, he changed the system. And then changed the players when they were getting a bit tired. So I apologise, Gary Monk.
I don't.
I bow down to you.
I don't.
You listen to me. I love you.
Listen to you. Be the first one. I don't
tell me about
apologise.
it.
I don't apologise. I don't apologise because there's been a valid criticism all season.
yeah,
I accept the fact that we perhaps don't have the right players to bring on, but we do have players that can be brought on. If he trusts Mike some weeks, Mahoney the other week, Jota the other week, Rabty occasionally, well, clearly he has got the players to bring on them because he's trusted them all at separate stages. So he's trusted Craig Gardner to start. on occasion when
Sometimes
when he's got no choice.
Sometimes I
I trust Craig. So yes, he hasn't got Pogba to bring on. I actually can't stand Pogba. That was a terrible choice. De Bruyne to bring on.
Yeah, good start.
But he has got BTEC De Bruyne in Craig Gardner.
He's got Craig De Bruyne.
Craig De Bruyne.
Craig De Bruyne.
The options are there. Not as deep as we would like them. I think to say there's absolutely no options whatsoever is being a bit naive.
I think the fact they're similar options. They are very similar
It's
players.
like, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that when we were 1-0 down, I turned to my dad at half-time and he was like, there's no fairy tale to this, we're going to lose this game. There's no... shows how much he knows.
That's that optimism.
Yeah. And we have this debate every week. He turned to me in the home game and was like, why are you shouting for subs? He's not going to make them because he doesn't have the quality on the bench, so he doesn't see the point in changing them.
Mahoney was injured.
Fresh legs more than anything.
That's exactly my point. I'm like, Derby were pushing high. They needed it. Rotherham were pushing high as well. But in the Derby game, he didn't bring Vassell on until he was made to bring him on. All right, the Rotherham game, he chose to bring him on, and he did the right thing taking Adams off. And brought Vassell on, because one thing you're going to get from Vassell, he's quite physical, so you can still do the physical side of it.
Fast and he's strong.
He's quick. You put it up the line, do that thing that Shea did, up the line.
We'll come to that.
Bang, he's gone.
I remember last season, before he got injured, obviously, he ran up the line with it at home, obviously, and he was literally like, I could not believe. A guy of his build, because he's quite a muscly bloke, to run that fast, I thought,
I think
you have got the basic credentials to make a very good player.
Yeah, he does.
Which
he
is
still
why
does.
I think he could be very good in the future.
But
he needs more game time.
Yeah, man.
He needs more game time.
That game was massive for Vassell to come on. And I think he played well. And I think he needs a pre-season under his belt, don't get me wrong. He needs a goal. When he came on, I was like, he needs a goal. Just give him a goal. For God's sake, give him a goal. I also said the same about Ramsey, so it was good that he got on score sheet. The second goal, the first goal, Magoma's finish was
out of nowhere. He's been trying to do that for the last 6 games, so it's nice
to see one my words, didn't he?
Most of the time it smashes someone in block 5 in Tilton. Have we yet to see the best of Magoma ever?
We saw him last year.
Yeah, but was that his peak?
That's the peak we've seen.
Yeah.
Because I still think there's another level to Magoma.
I think you're insane.
No, I do. I just think that his inconsistency lets him down. If he could get into a rhythm and a flow in the season, which he did last season, and obviously he played very well, but I just think there's another level to Magoma. Hence his goal. He knows he's good. There's a reason why every manager's stuck with Magoma.
You know what, I have to agree, actually.
But he's lazy and he's inconsistent.
I think that obviously he's been under managers that he came in under Rowett, right?
Yeah, Rowett's one of his first signings.
And he, as his track record shown, he's not been one of the better managers in the Championship, in my opinion.
He was alright with us.
Yes, but then again, I won't say anything because I don't really want to go over that subject. But I think that Magoma hasn't played under any specifically good managers, successful managers, until Gary Monk. And I think he is adapting to the style of play that Gary Monk wants to play. And now maybe he's beginning to get into his stride. But maybe he was so good last year because everyone else was poor.
Yeah. He was still quality.
But I do agree, when he switches it on like that, he is unplayable.
Yeah, he can
so I think that maybe if... he is.
No,
he can be.
Unplayable.
We're not talking Premier League.
Come on, unplayable.
But Championship unplayable.
We're not talking Premier League. Mark, we're never going to jump to Premier League. The only player that jumps to Premier League is Shea. Maybe Max.
Duke, because he's played there before.
No.
He's played there before. He's Premier League.
Yeah, he's too old now for that.
He's not old.
He's like 30.
That's not old.
But quality finish. He sidesteps 2. He just waits for his moment, waits for the opening, and it's a great finish. It's a controlled finish. I just think there's another level to Magoma. You look at me so surprised. I do.
The broken clock is right twice a day. You have enough shots, one of them is fine in the net. I should hope, for a professional footballer in the Championship, he can bloody do that.
I think he only had 2, and one was the free
kick. I'm
kick.
talking the entire season.
How many goals has he got this season?
How many random wild shots has he had?
But so is Gary Gardner.
I know.
I just think there's another. I think there is another level to go. But quote me on that if you think.
have more faith than I do.
If you think
I'm not
right.
saying he's crap,
No, of course you're not.
but words like unplayable.
And Jack,
Quite frankly, I'm embarrassed to be part of this podcast right now. I thought we were better than this, and I missed Tilton Talk Show already.
Oh God, you went on once.
I went on once.
Don't cry.
Part of the furniture now.
Chris, get him back on. Second goal.
Ready? Wait. Pick a strawberry up.
It's the biggest one.
Ready? Bow chicka wow wow. Love it. Oh, what have we become?
I knew that's what you wanted.
Well done. Proud of that, are you?
No. My poor mother. Carry on.
You get a very disgusted look off you.
He's like, what are you doing?
I'm horrified.
You're not the only one. That's going to haunt my nightmares. Yes, Paul on the pitch. Shay's run around the linesman. That was... Who hoofed it up? Can you remember?
Davis.
Was it Davis? Davis just booted it because that's what Davis
That was
does.
a decent ball into the
No. Davis did not think all Shay will get this. Davis booted it.
He was aiming for Shay.
Did he boot? He booted up the pitch. Get rid of it. Whatever, get rid of it.
Getting it up.
That was a nonsense ball. He did his job. He cleared it fair enough. It was a nonsense ball.
Angled that up the line. Yes, all right. It's still a punt, but he punted it up the line.
David Davis is an Iniesta, and he perfectly picked out Shay. Saw him in the corner of his eye. I thought Shay'll have this, and then Shay's going to run.
I knew it was going to wind you up. Carry on.
David Davis hoofed it because that's what David Davis does, and sometimes you need that. Fair enough. Thank you, David. Davis just hoofed it up randomly, regardless of what you say. Randomly. I thought that was going straight out for a throw-in. Their defender clearly thought that was going out for a throw-in. He gave up some northern geezer. Geezer. Some northern geezer. Shay thought, I can have this. Knocked it in. Round the ref. Kept it in. Crossover. Job done. Goal.
I think what was just as impressive was the actual pinpoint cross.
I would even go as far as saying that is potentially our goal of the season, because I think that cross and that move and that commitment epitomises our season.
And the finish was class as well.
Oh yeah, but we have been up against it from day one. We've overachieved massively. We've then got a 9-point deduction. We've had an embargo. We can't sign anyone. The media thinks we're the scum of the earth. Maybe some of us are.
You.
Yeah, me.
Lay off it on Twitter for a bit. Lay off them. Then
Jack.
lay off them. No.
Anyway, we've had it all up against us, and the lads haven't stopped. They could have quite easily gone, this League One, we go, let's just give up on that. I remember last season, we played Bolton, I'm sure it was, away. Did we play them towards the end of the season, Bolton, last year?
Yeah. No, was it January time?
I tell you what, it wasn't. I'm thinking of Bolton in general, a game I saw on TV. The ground was empty. The fans had given up last season. If you compare our commitment to our relegation rivals last season, I know this because I wrote about it. Did I mention I write stuff? All the grounds were empty.
Yeah.
Bolton, in particular, looked like they'd given up. They just weren't up for it. Blues didn't. Blues carried on because that's what Blues do. Blues fight. And that move from Shay was like video footage of Blues fans' passion. Because we were winning. He didn't nick that. That ball was fine.
I thought it summed the season up another way. Absolute miracles from Shay and pure quality, and a little bit from everyone else.
I think it just shows that. Because I scream when the opposition pass it back to the goalkeeper. I think, why is someone just running at it? Just run it. You never know. He might fumble it. Just run it. The easy goal. Yeah. But no one ever does. But that ball was dead as far as I'm concerned. As far as the whole ground was concerned. Yeah. The fact that Shay bothered to keep it in, ran around the line-out, and then put over across for a goal. If that was Sterling, you wouldn't hear the end of it now.
That's true.
If that was Mo Salah, my God, you couldn't avoid the coverage. But because it was Shad, it was in the Championship, no one mentioned it.
No,
other than Blues fans, no one says a bloody word about it.
It's mad.
Didn't Bale do something very similar?
The thing is, as well, if it was one of the top Championship teams, if Norwich did that, or if Villa did that, you would hear raptures across Twitter. I think the McGinn goal's been played about 50 billion times.
Yeah, I think you would if it was Greasy. I don't know. Like if Tammy Abraham did it, I don't think you would personally.
I think you would.
Not as much.
Because he's on loan from Chelsea as well.
Not as much. I think
but anyway.
Greasy is the media darling, isn't he?
Wrapped up, Emrabti gets his first goal for Blues. Good goal.
Great
Good assist
goal.
from Mags. Good overlapping run from Amrabti. And a tidy finish.
Yeah.
I think he needs a pre-season under his belt. I think he could thrive next season.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be a star player, but I think he's going to be a really good player rotation-wise.
I think pre-seasons are nonsense.
I think it's
I
good
think
to
they're money
assess your
makers.
options. Oh, it's a money maker. It's a fitness
money
scheme.
No, it's a money maker. You're telling me they couldn't do it in this country?
What do you mean?
All these pre-seasons? Not so much Blues, but the bigger teams who go to China for
Oh, yeah, that is
pre-season.
money.
Oh, that's
That
a
is
money
money
maker
maker.
because they go and market themselves abroad, don't they? Of course they do, yeah. But Blues go to Germany. We don't really play any big teams. Like, I'm talking Blues. I'm not talking them. Pre-season under his belt, as in he fits a system that we implement
Still
straight
think
away.
it's nonsense. What
Gives
they're
him
doing in
time.
training.
Anyway,
I think that's another football nonsense.
yeah, you think everything's a football nonsense outside of what
I
happens on
yearn
the
for
field.
the old days. That's why.
Oh, for God's sake.
When pre-season was 6 points.
But 4 points, good bank holiday, safe again,
Shirt coming my way.
shirt coming your way. It's been a pretty good
Caught
birthday
a
bank
£9
holiday for
common
you.
carp. It was lovely.
What?
Caught a £9 common carp over my birthday weekend.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
yeah.
did you? You didn't say that. Oh, well,
You
there
showed
you go.
me it before we started.
I'm a man of many talents.
So, I do want to quickly say
What, you don't care about my car?
about Hotter.
Hotter!
Because I think Hotter's more important than a car.
That's debatable.
He gets a lot of stick,
Mm.
sometimes rightly so.
Oh, this is
But-
where James brings in his stats.
I'm
I
going to
like
say
my
the
stats.
phone's in his hand, so no matter what I say, he's going to
You
have a stat
can't
to
argue with
disprove it. It's basically my opinion versus actual
Stats.
facts.
Actual facts. No,
I wonder who's going to
your
win.
opinion of Hotter is right.
Thanks.
But what I'm-
End.
What, and that there. No, what I'm saying is, I think in terms of everybody, I think yes, he's frustrating at times because he doesn't have that physical side. He doesn't have that battling side. Sometimes he does, but Otter's stats this season: 31 starts, 11 assists, which is joint fourth
That's
in
not
the
bad,
championship.
actually.
31 starts, 11 assists. That's 1 in 3. He's had a couple of appearances off the bench as well. One less than Pablo Hernandez for Leeds, who is apparently
Pablo.
the best player in the world when he's in the Championship. 1.9 key passes per game, 10th best in the league. 1.8 crosses.
passes. What's a key pass?
To create a
So
chance.
he creates like a goal scoring opportunity.
Oh, so it's football nonsense. Okay, carry on.
It's not.
Is it a pre-assist?
Analytics.
Oh, it's not a
stats.
pre-assist.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
We
gonna- I
laugh
was
at
gonna
them
put
when they say pre-assist.
1.8 crosses per game. They have to be accurate crosses as well that reach our player. Crosses.
That's not that many.
Not dribbles, not crosses.
Not really. Is it 1.8 per game?
That's not that many at all.
You've got 2 wingers as well, so if we put in... If they
So
both
That's
put in
4
1.8,
crosses a game.
Yeah,
Excellent, 4
crosses.
crosses.
Yeah.
3.6 crosses
It's
a game.
8th best in the league, so what do you expect teams are putting in per game? You also have
5.
I don't know,
every other
they do the same,
midfielder and
don't
every other player. What I'm saying is, his contributions to the team themselves are a lot more than people take into account. Yes, he's not done what Duke's done this season. Yes, he's not done what Shea's done this season. Yes, he's not played as well as those. But I think the £6 million price tag overshadows the 11 assists, the numerous chances he creates, the numerous ridiculously good passes he makes, the opportunities he creates. Yes, he doesn't tackle enough. Yes, his defensive side at times is atrocious.
Have you got his defensive stats on your...
If you
On
give
your
me
fancy
5 minutes,
phone.
I could pull them up.
We'll wait.
Alright, Mark wants the defensive stats. I've got the defensive stats. And he's going to go, is that all you've got? Well,
I'm going to say it in that voice.
he puts in
Because I will.
0.9 tackle per game.
Can we
That's
just say
amazing.
where you're
So-
getting these stats from? Because they should sponsor us.
WhoScored.com. They're not going to sponsor anybody. 0.5 interceptions per game.
So less than 1 tackle per game, less than 1 interception per game.
Okay, again, yes. Fouls, 0.7.
Because you don't go for the ball.
So in effect,
0.6 clearances per game.
So less than a clearance per game.
Yeah.
so in effect, he's not very effective defensively.
As a midfielder,
But that was what I said. So
okay, that's not the worst thing
it's
in the
very
world.
average.
But it's worse than average. If you compare that to
Conor Mahoney.
Conor Mahoney or Mags, I bet Mags puts a lot more tackles in.
Absolutely.
Which is why Mags keeps getting picked, and that's why Mahoney keeps getting picked, and why Hotter doesn't get picked, because, as I said last week, he's a luxury player.
He is a luxury player, 100%.
We perhaps can't afford to have luxury players, especially when we're fighting relegation.
I think we need them if we're going to go towards the top end, though.
Yeah, I don't doubt. Which is why, I mean,
For next season,
we're
I think
arguing the
still-
same point here, because
Yeah, of course
I've said in the past, you're right. Next season, when Monk's got players that fit around around the players he wants, it might work better.
Yeah.
But this season, we haven't had room for luxury players, which is why he has been disappointing.
So we'll get on to a few questions now. I think we can. We haven't done this in a while, have we?
We haven't had many questions.
It's been a while since
I don't think
we did.
Emily's ever had a Q&A.
I just stuck my toe on the chair.
Good.
This sounds like an Emily problem.
That's what you get.
It
I think
is.
we're going to kick off with a cracker. Jack, who always
Oh, God.
loves his Q&A tweet.
I-
What bubble bath
There we go.
do you
I knew
think
there was-
Monk uses?
What bubble bath does Monk use?
Radox, 100%.
I was going to say, yeah, Ray.
He's a Radox kind of guy.
Radox mixed in with the tears of the EFL.
Crabtree and Evelyn.
I haven't. What was
What the hell is that?
Gary Monk will know.
No, Jack's asking for a friend, by the way.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Out of context, Birmingham. I like that page.
They're brilliant.
They're dead funny.
Yeah.
How does Jack Grealish live with the fact that Michael Morrison's outscored him this season?
Well, in all honesty, very well in his mansion with his sports cars. I'm sure he's all right with it.
Unfortunately, yes. I think
Yeah.
I think.
Although, yeah, that is, if we want to talk about stats for
But then he
Jota,
locks his mansion door and goes and cries in his room.
Yeah. That is true for the supposed best player to ever grace
The championship.
the English turf.
Yeah.
To have less goals than our centre back is a little bit embarrassing. Oh, talking of Villa, a Villa fan who I work with had a go at me because he watches these podcasts. He's a nice bloke. He's like one of those nice Villa fans. Kind of like, what's that?
Sorry?
There's
what?
not many of them, but
No.
there are some, yeah.
Is it chlamydia? It's like an STD that you've got, but you don't know you've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the chlamydia of Villa fans. He's all right. You don't realise he's.
Yeah, my boss is a Villa fan. He's
Yeah.
all right as well.
But I was.
So is mine, I think.
I was slagging off the Villa, and I said about them never not winning anything for years. He pointed out they won the Cup of Traditions and said I should apologise to him and Villa fans for not mentioning
The what?
the Cup of Traditions. You know that
What the hell is that?
that trophy they bought off eBay.
The one that won like in pre-season.
That's the one, yeah.
That's not. That,
So can we take a minute to
Oh, okay,
acknowledge
yeah.
that Villa did actually win the Cup of Traditions?
yeah,
and
apologies for
Craig,
that.
I apologise. Really should have scored a hell of a lot more considering the player that he is and
Yeah, he
potentially
could have.
has to
Yeah,
be.
I think. Yeah,
Maybe if he stayed on his feet, he might score a few more.
he'll score more for Barcelona. we'll leave it at that one. Do you think Monk will be looking more at Europe? This is Jack and it just makes noise. Thanks, Jack. Do you think Monk will be looking more at Europe when it comes to potential signings, as it seems you get better value for money?
Agreed, yes.
Yeah, if he knows someone who can look out there.
He seems to look in Scandinavia a lot and in Sweden.
He likes the
and Denmark.
blondes.
He does, doesn't he?
He loves a leggy blonde.
He's.
Jack, you know what to do.
I think he'll be looking out there. I think he'll certainly be looking to pick up one or two more. But
That's what we can afford, so yeah.
Yeah.
You get him a lot cheaper
and that's fine.
when picking up foreign imports.
So it's also more of a risk, but he seems to know the market.
I don't know enough about our scouting system to know how much of a risk that is.
I know
Life is full of risks.
we constantly have a scout in
All right.
Spain at the minute.
Do we?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know. I just
Fernando
know
Torres.
we are constantly scouting Spain.
All right.
I've told you about
Genuinely,
my
we
Fernando
are.
Torres story.
What's the last Spanish player we brought in this year?
I don't know.
I'm just saying,
Just because we scout in there,
he might be on the beach doing naffle.
I'm pretty sure they sent the scout
Someone
there.
should check up on him.
Pretty sure we sent the scout there. And then we got the embargo. It's like, well, what's the point?
Someone should check on him. Yes, I think
Yeah, he's died out there.
players are a lot cheaper.
Abroad, yeah, they are.
However, throw a political spin. I don't know how that'll work with Brexit.
It's going to
Yeah.
be fine.
That it's the same as in like players outside the EU currently.
Aren't you limited to 5? When I used to play Football Manager, you were limited to 5.
I'm
sure
not.
you were.
If I'm honest, I'd have to brush up on it. But
Well-
I mean, yeah, I do agree actually because Barcelona, Messi had to become Spanish or something, to be a Spanish citizen to be able to stay in the Barcelona team. Because they had too many.
I'll be honest, I
Non-Europeans,
don't know enough
but-
about it, but
I might be completely wrong.
I do
but-
wonder. I wonder if that'll be a factor.
Lee Watson says,
I like
yeah, I do as well.
And me.
Do you see any hope of holding on to Shea and even young
Not a prayer.
young Jude as well?
Hey Jude.
Can you see fringe players getting games and a couple of younger guys brought into the squad? And have you heard anything on player contracts, mainly Morrison?
Can I just say, I edited a part out a few weeks ago where I said Jude Bellingham would
God.
start next season.
Oh, here we go, man.
And
You
the
did this
boys
before.
laughed at me So yes, I do think Jude Bellingham would start next season.
Can I point out?
I
do not remember
it.
any of this.
I remember it, but you also said
I
that
don't.
you also said that Clayton Donaldson could become.
It was a hypothetical and experienced player that had played for Blues previously.
Well,
I just thought
don't
Clayton
get big
Donaldson.
then, all right?
You know what, Em? You were right. Well done. Very impressive.
Yes.
But we're going to edit this bit out as well, so
No, we're not.
no one will ever know.
Do we have a chance of keeping Shay and Jude?
Shay, no.
Shay, no. Jude, yes.
Probably.
Shay, possibly, if
No, not
offered the right contract for him.
I think Jude knows if he moves. Look at that Foden Bay we had 5 years ago. It was supposed to be the next best thing. We sold him to Fulham, or he went to Fulham when he was 17. He's done nothing. He's disappeared.
Jude's parents are switched on from what I've heard, and they know that if Jude stays at Blues, he'll get a place in the starting lineup.
Yeah,
whereas if he goes,
Because we got no one else.
yeah, but no, because Jude's a big talent, and if he goes to a Prem team, the same thing would most likely happen.
It'd end up going to someone like Chelsea, who would farm him out to Division 1, maybe back into the Championship.
Like Bristol City.
He'll sit on the bench. They'll do a boga to him, basically.
Of course they would. Of course they would. Yeah, but that's how they all do it. But yeah, I can see him staying next season.
Yeah, not Shay though.
Can you see fringe players getting the games? A couple of younger guys brought in. Yes, I can see a few of the fringe players getting games now between
Bellingham. Was he not on the bench? But didn't he travel with the team
to the West
Brom?
Because you always have one player that doesn't make the bench, but is in the squad in case of an injury.
I wouldn't be amazed if Bellingham was on the bench. If we see him on the bench before,
I can see him
purely to just appease the fans.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I think also to give him a taste of what it's like being in the squad in that match day. Again, another experience for him. Give him, but I think we'll get onto it a bit more in a bit. The fringe players, you'll probably see Gardner come in, Craig. You'll probably see Mark Roberts come in.
I'd appreciate that.
You'll probably see Wes come on again play. You'll see Vass probably start. You'll see Imrabti probably get a little bit more game time.
Will you?
Yeah, I think you will. For the next 2 games, I'm talking the next 2 games.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're all going to start, but you'll definitely see them get more game time.
Yeah, he might substitute someone on before the 80th minute for a change.
Yeah. Oh my god, he substituted someone on in the 80th minute. It worked, didn't it? On Monday.
Wow.
Weird, isn't it?
What do we know?
Anything on player contracts? I know that Morrison's in negotiations.
As far as I'm aware, Morrison is as good as getting one.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to get one before the end. I'm pretty sure it's just getting the final bits done, and he'll sign that. I think he'll sign it probably before the last game of the season. I would expect.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Before the
He's got a
game.
new baby on the way, so I don't think he'd want to be moving anytime soon.
I don't think he wants to move anyway.
Someone reads OK magazine.
I
just followed him.
Like Morrison's going to be
player contracts. I think that's the only one we've kind of offered out at the minute. I know, obviously, we've got quite a few out of contracts in the summer.
Triggered extensions, haven't we?
Yeah, Charlie Lakin.
Keith,
yeah. But yeah, I don't think there's any other players that are out of contract in the summer that are going to get a contract that haven't already been offered it.
Unless they're willing to take less money, which I seriously doubt.
Yes, no, none of them will. Again, Kane Style said, would you throw Jude Bellingham in? Absolutely.
Why not?
For the next 2
Yeah,
games.
why not? I don't know if I'd start him.
No, probably not.
Because you don't want to frighten the life out of him.
He's still 15.
Yeah, exactly. But certainly bring him on in the 80th minute. I'll allow an 80th minute.
You'll allow it. I'm glad you'll allow it.
The next game, bring him on at half time or the 60th minute. Just ease him into it. Because if you were to start him, for example, and he makes 3 mistakes in the first half.
Oh god, yeah.
He's going to get hounded, isn't he?
Not just that, but his own mental
stability
stability will start to
Yeah. So you think?
I know. I completely agree. I don't think it would be wise to bring him on. If he, like you say, if he does make those mistakes, that could be crucial mistakes. That could be us losing a game. That would really hammer his confidence. I think it's not worth it. So yeah,
I
bring
think
him on. But
I think he'll be on the bench on Saturday.
Yeah,
this Saturday. Reading questionable away from home. I don't know, but I think especially against a team that are very, very poor away from home in Wigan. I'm not underestimating Wigan.
Can we send Wigan down?
No, Wigan are safe.
Are they safe?
Yeah,
Reading safe as well?
Yeah. No, Reading aren't.
So we could send Reading down.
I know Wigan are mathematically safe.
I'm just saying it would be nice to really put the boot in someone and send them down.
We sent Ipswich down.
Yeah, I want to do another.
We basically
pretty much
sent
put
Rotherham down. Let me get on my table.
That'd be class. Yeah, we have pretty much put them on. Okay, I'll take
Millwall
that.
and Rotherham.
We've been a bit of a shit house, haven't we, in the last
Yeah.
Who have Millwall got? They've got 3 games. So
Millwall have got tough
basically.
games.
They've got 2 home games, so that's going to be massive for them.
Yeah.
Are as good as...
Transfers, someone perhaps like Darlow at Newcastle, who I said in the summer I would like to sign as a goalkeeper. You have.
I'm saying Bilakala from Ipswich.
Oh yeah, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he'd be decent, but he's not really had a great season, has he? But like someone said earlier, no one's going to look great in that Ipswich team.
No, they're not. But I also... Oh, I'm going to die again.
Have some water, man.
I've been drinking it non-stop. No, it's not to say I would shun Camp. I don't necessarily think he should be in the first team, but I think he should definitely be around the first team, because I think morale-wise, he's worth having around, because he's a cracking lad.
He's a good guy, isn't he?
He's a good lad, he's Camp.
I've heard the squad almost worship him around the training ground. No, genuinely, I have heard that he's like one of the pivotal figures.
Follow him around like Harry Christian.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd look at?
Yeah.
I'd look at
Lord
the teams that go up. A lot of their players normally like filter off, don't they? The ones that they don't want. Yeah. So I think it'd be worth. It'd be worth looking at if Leeds go up, looking at some of Leeds' fringe players and Sheffield United.
Pontus Janssen.
Fringe players. Pablo Hernandez. And we'll take that. That Norwood as well. That bloke. We'll take all.
That Billy Sharp. We'll have him.
But no, I think that would be a good place to start.
Yeah. I'm trying to read through the tweet. It's quite a long tweet. Would you like to see us repeat what we did with Pedersen if it was to bring another Pedersen in?
No.
But you're right in terms of like.
I think the idea.
Scouting that.
I think we need a left back.
We do need another left back.
That
absolutely.
would be my priority position over.
I would like to make a shout. Steve Seddon, who's gone on loan to Wimbledon. I think he scored like 5 goals from left back this season. Scored to not send Luton up last night.
That's true.
Good lad.
In the 93rd minute. He's a left back, remember. He is coming back at the end of the season. I would like to see him in the pre-season team.
How old is it?
21?
19, 20, I think, somewhere around that. Looks a very talented player in terms of not just the defensive side, but offensively as well.
We've also got Chicken Legs coming back.
He's not a left back. Cater is
he's barely a footballer, mate.
But he's mates with Mbappe, so that makes him instantly a G.
No,
as the kids say.
As you say.
Yeah.
Mate, I ain't saying anything. Check Cater, I think, if you ain't going to play him on the wing, he's no good at left back. I wouldn't play him at left back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch him with a barge. If he gets a chance on the wing, I think he's half decent. And I think he could be alright going forward.
Yeah, same could be said about Pedersen though, so we might as well just keep Pedersen.
We might as well just keep Pedersen, yeah. So scouting the Bundesliga 2 and the lower leagues, yeah, absolutely, I agree to that. You also asked player of the season, for him, Duke.
Max.
Oh, don't look at me. I would. Oh.
It's hard not to say Shea, isn't it? Let's be honest, because
Duke for me.
His goals have been phenomenal. But
Duke.
Yeah, as all over the pitch, Duke.
Yeah.
Consistency, Mr. Collan.
Collan's phenomenal.
I think Duke's been consistent, just not maybe with goals. If that makes any sense, he's like been consistently a good player.
He's
but
consistently put the effort in.
Yeah. So I would go with Duke, and that's not me being biased.
I am being biased. I would go with Max all day, every day.
Yeah.
If you gave me the choice of selling Shea Adams or Max, I'd say Tarashe.
Yeah, and me too.
I think Max brings us that much.
Yeah, well, strange from you, but okay. Just because he's your favourite. This is from Harry Greenfield, by the way. All of this, there's like 5 questions roll into one. You'd say it'd be interesting to see where you think we should recruit from. Well, you can't look any further than League One, I think.
No.
Hungary.
Shut up. Where are Sunderland in the league?
In playoffs on the brink of automatic. They're still fighting for it.
I'll bet on them to go up. If they don't go up, George Honeyman is a good player.
Yeah, good player.
It would be good to get him.
You can poach. I think there's plenty of good players that can be poached for a lower price at League One.
Yeah.
Lyle Taylor at Charlton, I like up front as maybe a potential replacement for Shea. But also, I love the players in the Bundesliga too. I think the philosophy that's been passed down in the German leagues is really good. I know Pedersen's still a decent player, but has many faults. But I still think for the value for the money, he's been pretty good.
If he was to work on his fitness, bloody hell,
and his turning,
we're all dying tonight.
His fitness and agility over the summer,
he'd be an excellent.
I may be eating my words the same way I had to eat my words about Shea Adams.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. But some of the lower foreign leagues and obviously our own leagues, League One, Championship, and poach a few Prem players that go up. That's kind of basically where it's at. Ryan says, would you sign Reece Brown back? We had this last week. I said yes, but depending on A's attitude and B's price, I think that one's kind of a hit and miss. I know Leeds apparently have expressed their interest in him this week.
I'm indifferent to him.
I think that his ability is phenomenal, but his attitude isn't all there. So
I think it'd be a mistake for him to leave Forest Green because of his attitude.
He's going to leave. He's going to leave Forest Green this summer. He's going to go to either League One or Championship.
Oh yeah, but FGR are in the
here we go again.
playoff position.
Oh, here we go.
Princess FGR over here.
No, I'm Princess Birmingham City.
Again,
very much.
Pedro.
Birmingham City. Birmingham City.
I think it's 661. Pedro 661 again was asking, should we bring Jude Bellingham in? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, onto the bench. When's the Safari vlog coming out with Emily, Mark, Stuver?
Hey.
When's the Safari vlog coming out?
Because I keep wearing camouflage stuff that I don't even mean to be camouflaged. So
probably soon then.
When I start my beauty YouTube channel up, then check that out, Mark, because I'm sure you'll
We'll put a compilation together of camo stuff, and there's your vlog for you. Nathan Carney says, would you add 1 or 2 youngsters onto the subs and the matchday squad, given the experience? Yeah, absolutely. We've got nothing to play for, in essence. I would like to get 6 points from the next 2 games, because we can still finish 3 or 4 point places higher. It makes us look better.
I can't pronounce the geezer's name. Geraldo
Bejrami.
That's how you
say it. Okay, my brother played with Ryan Sturck. You know Ryan Sturck, there's in the 23s. And
did you play for
Forest? Shut up, every week. No, he's good. He plays Xbox with him still. He's good mates with Sturck. This is where I get a lot of my news right now. Ryan Sturck, obviously, a lot of Blues fans themselves have been saying that he needs to come into the first team.
I agree.
He has had a few talks to say that he will potentially be in the pre-season squad and will be travelling with them. Yeah. Very good player.
Plays for Wales, doesn't he?
Plays for Wales as well at international level.
Is
but Bejrami apparently is the best one they've got in the 20s.
Yeah, I've heard he's very good.
He's phenomenal. And yes, again, those sorts of players... There's only 18 players that can be in the matchday squad. We're not going to be bringing them all through in the next 2 games. But especially pre-season, I think you'll see a lot of younger players getting a crack at the whip, shall we say.
Yeah.
A fair crack at the whip. And like I say, Charlie Lakin's made the breakthrough. Wes Harding's made the breakthrough.
It'd be nice to see Lakin and Wes start, to be honest.
Quite a few, like Corey O'Keefe made the breakthrough, has gone out on loan, as did Steve Seddon. And those sorts of players will, again, they've had their try, then they've gone on loan to give them more match experience. They'll come back. So yeah, I think...
We've got a good recruitment system.
Absolutely. Richard Lum says, cheeky, ambitious loan offer for Troy Deeney. Not even in my wildest dreams, but there we go.
Would be nice though, I'd take him.
From the next 2 fixtures, 3-0 wins. That's ambitious.
Yeah, it is ambitious.
I think it could happen though.
I think Wigan's a bit of a booby game, if I'm honest. I worry about that.
I think more importantly, I'm not going to say they don't care, but
they're on their
our
holidays.
job's done, isn't it?
Yeah, they're on their holidays. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But so are Wigan.
Yeah.
And I think Reading will be by the last
game.
Could
be a very boring game, to be honest.
Yeah, they could.
8-all.
They're either going to be a 3-3 thriller or a 0-0.
Or a 0-0.
I hope it's not a 0-0.
Player of the season, Duke. Fair point.
Agreed.
Max, obviously.
And he said give the signed shirt to the... He said give him the signed shirt. You Strawberry Stallion?
Oh, yeah.
Strawberry Blonde Stallion.
Well, you know, he's half right.
Yeah, okay.
He's not having the shirt.
Okay,
what about the Strawberry Blonde bit?
I am a stallion.
I have some more questions still coming in from Instagram. I have quite a few.
Thank you for all the questions, by the way.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot.
Thanks.
Let me go back to the start. Do you think we can finally progress and challenge at the top next season?
It's hard to answer now because it depends which players are going to be here and which ones aren't.
Ask me early August, and I'd probably
ask me after 10 games of next season.
Ask me after 46 next season. I'll say it will.
Yeah, basically.
No.
It all depends on recruitment.
Yeah, give me till the end of July to see roughly what recruitment we've done and what the budget's looking like. I think it's not going to be too much. We're looking a couple of mil maybe here and there.
Yeah.
Shea will go. That will help. We can probably recruit
Butland,
a little bit further. Yeah, and hopefully Butland, which we've got. I think there's a 30% on that one. So if he goes for the reported 30 million they want,
we stand to make 6 million. Apparently.
6 million from Butland. That would be nice. And I think we got it on Redmond and Gray. So if either one of those managed to randomly get a move, then yeah. But like I say, it's all on recruitment. I think that Gary Monk, we have the potential in the management staff to be in the top 10 playoffs. We just need squad depth and squad quality. But yeah,
I think if we go with the squad we have currently, 10th.
I would say
Which would be a success still. So.
12th if we have the same squad completely, maybe 11th. Injuries providing. If we added 2 or 3 bits of quality, pushing for top 6.
Yeah.
But, you know, what would your starting 11 be for Wigan and Reading?
I would bring Harding in.
Yeah.
Just 'cause I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Mahoney's back in training, so potentially see him back.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Harding, he plays in the position of our best player.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Maybe switch Max over to the left, bring Harding in at the right, or just give Max a break because he deserves it.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And I'd maybe bring Lakin in, just again,
Bit of match
to
experience.
say thank you for
Plug-ins.
being around the club still and accepting your position currently.
As a backup, which is fair.
But you're still in our plans.
Yeah.
Have a couple of games, show us what you can do.
I agree. No, I agree.
Those, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are fair changes.
And Bellingham on the bench.
Bellingham on the bench. I think we'll see Vass come in. I think we'll see Craig come in as well. And Rabti will play some part. But like we've said before, that's, Will Shea leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that Shea is going to go. Not that he doesn't care, not that he particularly is forcing the move, but he knows he's good enough. He's going to go. And the club are going to be saying 20 million odd, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Snap your hand off for it.
Yeah.
Transfer hopes: Volks, Bayliss, Taylor, Ajayi, Lumley, Jamal Lowe, Gary Gardner, and a centre midfielder.
I think that means Conor
Opinions.
Mahoney.
Oh, and Conor Mahoney. Sorry, I thought it said centre mid. Conor Mahoney, opinions. Yes, would go and get Gary Gardner.
Would get Garner, wouldn't bother with Mahoney, the rest
If
of
we
the
could
games on
loan him
wages.
again, I would potentially loan him
Yeah,
as a rotation player. I think he's been good enough to earn that, but I don't think... depends what Bournemouth do. Jamal Lowe, good striker. Depends if Portsmouth come up. If Portsmouth don't come up, yeah, potentially, poach him. Guy that scored in the Checker Trade Trophy final.
Checker trade.
Ajayi is the centre-half for Rotherham, who played on Saturday, the big lad. Wasn't overly impressed with him. He was okay, very strong aerially. Apart from that, I thought he was quite flat-footed as well, so no. Lumley, I know for a fact, is terrible at QPR because my mate every week moans about Joe Lumley in goal. But I get what you mean. There's a goalkeeper as an option. But yeah, I wouldn't touch Lumley.
He hates him.
Yeah, and he's also a Chelsea fan, I think, as well. Joe Lumley. Lyle Taylor, yes. I think it's Lyle Taylor anyway. It's L Taylor. Yes, I would take Lyle Taylor all day long at Cheltenham. And Brandon, my mate, would be furious if we robbed him. Volks is okay at Rotherham, and Bayliss, yeah. Like I say, we don't know who we're going to recruit. We probably won't recruit any of those, but...
You got to think about wages as well.
Premier League players you'd like to see join Blues on loan next season. One each go. Any of them.
Okay, De Bruyne.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford.
Phil Foden, but I don't think that's realistic.
No, not
but that
even
would be
close.
cracking. I think Pep loves him too much.
Yeah, not even close.
I ain't got a clue. Because I don't really know who would want to drop down to the Championship.
Charlie Austin. Charlie Austin on loan. Charlie Austin is a finisher. But I'll throw that one into there.
Helder Costa.
Okay, yeah, good shout.
He doesn't
Helder
get
Costa.
in their first team anymore, does he?
Great shout. Would you say Mark is the sexiest member of the BFTV podcast?
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Again, should we play the younger players? Harding, Truman, Lakin? Yeah, absolutely. We should play the younger. Play as many as we can without sacrificing the game and throwing it away stupidly. Because fans are paying money to go to these 2 games still. And we want to.
Yeah.
I think we want the 6 points. We're not stupid. I know the players are going to be on their holidays, but we still want to win.
Yeah.
We're not idiots.
It's just less pressure.
Not a question, but if Shea, this was a 3-part one. If Shea goes, people need to understand that we won't be replacing him with another 15 million striker, especially not Aston Blong. Yeah, it's absolutely right. Who's on more than Shea? Yes. I said my ideal replacement would be Aston
You've
Blong.
been called out there, kid.
No, it's not.
He's
being
done
called
you there,
out.
pal.
Yeah, shut up. What I said was that in my ideal world,
Just
Aston Belonga fits the bill, the same as Shea.
does it tell you who sent that question?
Yeah.
Can you apologise to him now, please?
Sorry, Kyle.
Hurry up, because we're running out again.
Aston Belonga was my ideal one, but obviously that's not taken into financial everything. Aston Belonga is going to cost you 10 million in the summer. We probably won't be able to afford that now, looking at the books. And I know his wages are astronomical at Middlesbrough. I know they will be looking to shift him, but we won't be the ones to sign him, I don't think. So, yeah, I get that. Even if we sell Shea, we're still in losses, so it's important we recruit wisely. Again, yeah, absolutely, completely agree. he then asked the question after, saying, "Not now for a question. Would you be open to the idea of selling St Andrews to the owners? Should it so we can create some revenue?"
No, because I don't trust them.
No, absolutely not. No way.
I get the idea, but I don't trust them.
Yeah, I get the idea as well. But if we do sell it to them and there becomes an issue with the ownership themselves,
Aren't Bolton doing that?
Yeah, they keep selling it to like university and stuff.
No, they're selling it to the new owner.
Yeah, well, bad idea.
It's just rigs of dodginess.
Yeah, a bad idea. I completely agree that it's good for a revenue stream, and it would help us massively. But if an issue arises,
selling the training ground instead.
Carson. Yeah. Wow, no, I don't want to do that either. If a Carson issue arises and then we have to go into legal battles.
Seized.
Yeah, we go into legal battles about the ground. Yeah, we could be stuck in a Coventry sort of where we're shifted out. But I love Coventry City, but also have zero hate to Birmingham. I appreciate that.
Cheers, mate.
I appreciate that. And finally, a birthday shout out to Bevans for you, mate. Ben, is it Ben Bevans? So there you are, Ben. Shout out for you there, mate.
Happy birthday.
Score predictions for Saturday. We'll round this one up now. I know this has been an extremely long one, guys. If you're still with us, thank you. Appreciate that.
Don't care.
Score prediction.
Still don't care.
Score prediction.
3-0 Blues.
3-0 Blues? You're going with the same that the lad said?
3-1 Blues.
3-1 Blues. I'm going with a 1-0 Blues. I think it's going to be a tight game. Wigan are a good team.
Yeah, if they care.
If they care. Yeah, if either team care. But yeah, I'll go with a 1-0. It's going to be...
Care is the wrong word because I don't believe any footballer goes out there really not caring. But once you're out there, you do a job. But to the same level of effort,
no. But fair enough, guys. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been a bit of a longer one, this one, but
we've had lots to talk about.
We've had lots to talk about, and we hope that we've kind of opened up some debates that you guys can leave in the comments down below.
I like the questions. Keep the questions.
Yeah, the questions were really good this week. Yeah, I appreciate that. And we hope we've tried to answer as many as we can in the short space. We had more, but I didn't manage to
We don't have enough room on the memory card.
But yeah, appreciate it, guys. Leave the comments down below on all the subjects that we've discussed. The 2 games that we've played in the last week, 4 points out of 6 was pretty good. And obviously we're all going for a Blues win on Saturday. When this is wrong, please come back and quote this because... we'll all look stupid, but that's it for episode 8, guys. Tune in for next week when I'm sure we'll have lots more to discuss in terms of news, and the transfer season is approaching. A crazy season where all the rumours start, so we'll talk about those, guys. But that's it from me.
That's it from me.
Mark.
Peace.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Keep right on.
Ta-ra.